Chiefs 2025 schedule breakdown, must-see matchups and season-defining surprises. NFL Live. What's good, Chiefs Kingdom? The Kansas City Chiefs 2025 schedule has dropped, and it's a gauntlet that's got the NFL buzzing. Patrick Mahomes, Andy Reid, and the squad are staring down a slate packed with heavyweight clashes, holiday showdowns, and some sneaky surprises that could make or break their quest for a third straight AFC title. From a Super Bowl rematch to a Christmas Day thriller, we're diving into the key matchups, breaking down the biggest leaks, and predicting which games will define Kansas City's fate. Buckle up, this is gonna be a wild ride. Hit that like button, smash subscribe, and let's roll. The schedule, a dynasty's test. The Chiefs, coming off a 15-2 2024 season and a Super Bowl 59 loss to Philly, 40-22, are the NFL's gold standard. With Mahomes' 4,803 yards and 35 TDs, Travis Kelce's ageless swagger, and new weapons like DeAndre Hopkins and rookie OT Josh Simmons, they're loaded. But the NFL's thrown them a brutal 2025 schedule. 7 primetime games, 8 standalone contests, and 10 games against 2024 playoff teams. Ex-posts from It All Chiefed Up and at Sween leaked early matchups, and the full slate, per NFL.com, confirms Kansas City's in for a fight. Here's the breakdown of the must-see games, the surprises, and how they could shape the Chiefs' season. Key matchups, the headliners. These are the marquee games everyone's circling, packed with star power, revenge vibes, and playoff implications. Week 1, at Los Angeles Chargers, Sao Paulo, Brazil, September 5th, YouTube. Why it's huge. The NFL's first-ever YouTube-streamed game kicks off in Brazil, pitting Mahomes against Justin Herbert in an AFC West brawl. The Chargers, 11-6 in 2024 with Jim Harbaugh's grit, upset Kansas City 24-20 last year. J.K. Dobbins' 1,012 rushing yards and rookie Ladd McConkey's 934 receiving yards test a Chiefs defense that ranked 9th in points allowed. Ex-posts from at Chiefs Kingdom hype this as Mahomes' global takeover. Surprise factor, playing in Brazil's Corinthians Arena adds jet lag and a neutral field. The Chargers' early playoff exit last year fuels their hunger, but Mahomes is 6-1 versus LA since 2018. Arrowhead Addict predicts a close Chiefs win, 24-18. Season impact, a Week 1 loss in the division could haunt Kansas City's number 1 seed hopes. A win sets the tone for their 10th straight AFC West crown. Week 2, versus Philadelphia Eagles, September 14th, 4:25 p.m. Eastern Time, Arrowhead. Why it's huge, a Super Bowl 59 rematch at Arrowhead. Sign us up. The Eagles crushed Kansas City 40-22, with Jalen Hurts' 6 total TDs exposing the Chiefs' O-line. Phillies lost Josh Sweat and Milton Williams, but Saquon Barkley, 1,567 rushing yards, and A.J. Brown remain lethal. The Chiefs' revamped line, led by rookie Josh Simmons, faces a test. Nick Sirianni's 2023 Arrowhead fan taunt adds spice, per NFL.com. Ex-posts from at Arrowhead Live call it Revenge SCN. Surprise factor, the Chiefs' 5 straight Week 2 road games ended. This home opener flips the script. Philly's 14-3 2024 dominance makes them a measuring stick, but Kansas City's 2-2 record versus Hurts Eagles keeps it close. Arrowhead Addict predicts Chiefs 29-22. Season impact, beating the NFC champs boosts confidence and avenges February's embarrassment. A loss raises early doubts about the O-line's rebuild. Week 4, versus Baltimore Ravens, date TBD, Arrowhead. Why it's huge. Lamar Jackson versus Mahomes is pure fireworks. Last year's opener saw Baltimore's 452 yards fall short in a 27-20 Chiefs win, with a toe-on-the-line call negating a Ravens TD. Jackson's 3,955 passing and 821 rushing yards, plus Derrick Henry's 1,891, challenged Steve Spagnuolo's defense. The Chiefs are 5-1 versus Baltimore in the Reid era, per Arrowhead Addict. Ex-posts from at Chiefs Hype predict another classic. Surprise factor, Baltimore's rebuilt O-line versus Chris Jones and rookie Ashton Gillette could swing it. If Jackson avoids miscues, 2 in 2024, it's a coin flip. Prediction, Chiefs 27-21. Season impact, a home win keeps Kansas City atop the AFC pecking order. A loss fuels Baltimore's confidence for a playoff rematch. Week 6 versus Detroit Lions, SNF, Arrowhead. Why it's huge. The Lions, 12-5 in 2024, were a missed call from Super Bowl 59, losing to Washington in the divisional round. Jared Goff's 4,237 yards and Aiden Hutchinson's 11.5 sacks make them a threat. Detroit's never lost to Mahomes, 1-0, 2019, a quirky stat Arrowhead addict notes. A short week after a Monday nighter at Jacksonville adds fatigue. Ex-posts from at Lions Pride call it a Super Bowl preview. Surprise factor, Detroit's upset potential is real. Dan Campbell's aggression and a top-5 offense, 26.4 points per game, exploit tired defenses. The Chiefs' home field edge, 8-1 since 2020, counters. Prediction, Lions 24-23. Season impact, a home loss to an NFC powerhouse dings Kansas City's #1 seed chances. A win proves they can handle elite non-conference foes. Week 9, at Buffalo Bills, November 2nd, 4:25 p.m. Eastern Time. Why it's huge. Josh Allen vs. Mahomes is must-see TV. Buffalo's 13-4 2024 season ended in an AFC Championship loss to Kansas City, but they're 4-0 versus the Chiefs in regular season games since 2020. Allen's 4,306 yards and Amari Cooper's 1,250 spark a top-2 scoring offense. The Chiefs' secondary, led by Trent McDuffie, faces a test. Ex-posts from at Bills Mafia say, "We own KC in November." Surprise factor, Buffalo's home field advantage, 9-0 in 2024, and Highmark Stadium's farewell season add juice. Kansas City's 4-0 playoff record versus Buffalo flips the script. Prediction, Chiefs 30-27. Season impact, a road win buries Buffalo's regular season hex and locks in a tiebreaker. A loss risks a wild card road game. Week 13, at Dallas Cowboys, Thanksgiving, November 27th, CBS. Why it's huge. Mahomes returns to Texas for a Thanksgiving primetime clash against Dak Prescott's Cowboys, who went 10-7 in 2024. Dallas' top 7 defense, 17.9 points allowed, and CeeDee Lamb's 1,384 yards test Kansas City's offense. The Chiefs' 5-5 all-time Thanksgiving record, per NFL.com, adds intrigue. Ex-posts from at Cowboys Nation call it Dak's moment. Surprise factor, a holiday road game after a brutal stretch, Bills, Commanders, could catch Kansas City flat. Dallas' 34-22-1 Thanksgiving record is daunting. Prediction, Chiefs 26-20. Season impact, a win keeps momentum, a loss piles on late-season fatigue before the Christmas game. Week 17, versus Denver Broncos, Christmas, December 25th, Netflix. Why it's huge. The Chiefs' third Christmas game in 5 years, a Wednesday night AFC West clash, pits Mahomes against Sean Payton's 10-7 Broncos. Denver's top 10 defense, 18.2 points allowed, and Bo Nix's growth challenge Kansas City's short week prep. A 4-day turnaround to Week 18 looms, per ESPN. Ex-posts from at Broncos Fanatics say, "We're stealing Christmas." Surprise factor, Denver's off-season upgrades, e.g., edge rusher Jonah Ellis, make them frisky. Kansas City's 6-1 short week record since 2020 is a counter. Prediction, Chiefs 28-17. Season impact, a win clinches the division, a loss opens the door for the Chargers in Week 18. Surprise games, the sleepers that could swing the season. These under-the-radar matchups could quietly shape Kansas City's fate, with upset potential or sneaky importance. Week 3, at New York Giants, SNF. Why it matters, a primetime road game against a rebuilding Giants team, 6-11 in 2024, seems like a gimme, but Brian Daboll's scheming and Daniel Jones' mobility, 706 rushing yards, could exploit early Chiefs rust. Ex-posts from at NYG Fanatic warn of a trap game. Surprise factor, the Giants' top 10 pass rush, 47 sacks, tests rookie OT Josh Simmons. Kansas City's 8-1 road record versus non-playoff teams since 2020 suggests dominance. Prediction, Chiefs 31-14. Season impact, an upset loss dents early momentum, a blowout builds confidence for the Ravens game. Week 5, at Jacksonville Jaguars, MNF. Why it matters, The Jags, 9-8 in 2024, revamped with GM James Gladstone and coach Liam Cohen, drafting Heisman winner Travis Hunter. Trevor Lawrence's 4,123 yards and Hunter's two-way upside make them dangerous. A Monday nighter on the road screams upset, per Arrowhead Addict. Surprise factor: Jacksonville's shaky O-line versus Chris Jones could be a mismatch, but Hunter's versatility keeps it close. Prediction: Chiefs 27-24. Season impact: a loss to a non-contender hurts tiebreakers, a win keeps Kansas City rolling into the Lions game. Week 10 versus Washington Commanders, MNF. Why it matters: Jaden Daniels, the 2024 Offensive Rookie of the Year, faces Mahomes in a primetime showdown. Washington's 12-5 2024 season and NFC Championship run make them legit. Daniels' 3,661 passing and 811 rushing yards test Spagnuolo's scheme. Posts from @CommandersFan call it a statement game. Surprise factor: Washington's 8 standalone games tie Kansas City for the NFL lead, signaling their rise. The Chiefs' bye in Week 8 helps prep. Prediction: Chiefs 30-23. Season impact: a home win buries an NFC upstart, a loss fuels doubts about defending Arrowhead. Will these games determine the Chiefs' fate? The Chiefs' 2025 schedule is a pressure cooker, with 7 primetime games, holiday spotlight, and a Brazil opener. Here's how these matchups could shape their season. Early tests: Weeks 1-6 going 5-1 or better against the Chargers, Eagles, Ravens, and Lions sets up a number 1 seed push. Stumbling to 3-3, especially with a Giants or Jags upset, risks a wild card path. The Eagles and Ravens games are early litmus tests for the O-line and defense. Mid-season grind: Weeks 9-10 beating Buffalo and Washington keeps Kansas City atop the AFC. A Bills loss hands Buffalo a tiebreaker, while a Commanders upset signals defensive cracks. Holiday gauntlet: Weeks 13-17 winning on Thanksgiving and Christmas clinches the AFC West and home field advantage. Dropping either, especially to Denver, could force a road playoff game, something Mahomes hasn't faced since 2018. Upset risks: the Giants, Jaguars, and Commanders are trap games. One loss here could flip a bye into a wild card, per PFF's 2024 data showing 70% of playoff teams win Week 1. Prediction: the Chiefs finish 13-4, with losses to the Lions, Bills, and one surprise, Jaguars or Giants. They secure the number 1 seed, leaning on Mahomes' 15-3 playoff record and Reed's 6-1 short week magic. The Eagles and Ravens wins prove they're still the AFC's best, but the Lions' loss and a sleeper upset keep them mortal. Buzz: Chiefs Kingdom's take. Fans are hyped but cautious. At Chiefs Hype, Week 2 versus Eagles is revenge time. Mahomes owns Hurts at Arrowhead. 14-3 season incoming. At Arrowhead Pride, watch out for the Jags in Week 5. Hunter's a game changer. Don't sleep on them. At KC Fan Club poll, 65% say the Bills game is the toughest, 25% pick the Eagles rematch. 80% predict 12+ wins. Final thoughts: can the Chiefs run the gauntlet? The Chiefs' 2025 schedule is a dynasty's ultimate test, with blockbuster matchups, Eagles, Ravens, Bills, and sneaky traps, Jaguars, Giants, Commanders, that could tilt their season. Mahomes, Reed, and a reloaded roster, Hopkins, Simmons, Jalen Royals, have the tools to conquer it, but the margin for error is razor thin. The Super Bowl rematch, holiday games, and Buffalo showdown will define their path to Super Bowl 60. Chiefs Kingdom: which game are you circling? Will Kansas City three-peat as AFC champs, or does a surprise loss derail them? Drop your takes in the comments, smash that like button, and subscribe for more NFL Live breakdowns. Let's go Chiefs!